In just 7 seconds, your entire life direction could shift. And it starts with one invisible thing. It's not your job, not your money, not even your motivation. It's your paradigm, the inner script that runs your life when you're not thinking. Every habit you repeat, every reaction you have, every limit you believe, they're not really you. They're just programs, built from years of outside voices, old fears, and hidden beliefs. And this script controls 95% of your thoughts, choices, and results without asking you first. If you don't change it, your future is already written. Same patterns, same results, same struggles. But if you do, if you learn to spot the paradigm and then shift it, you can change everything. Your career, your confidence, your income, your impact. Because real success doesn't start with working harder. It starts with thinking different. And it only takes one moment to flip the switch. A paradigm is your mental program. It's built from your habits, your identity, and your deep beliefs. You don't always see it, but it's always running in the background. It tells you what's normal, what's possible, and what's safe. And it decides how you react, what you try, and what you avoid. Even when you think you're choosing, your paradigm is choosing for you. Ever set a big goal? Start strong, then drift back to old habits? That's not laziness. That's your paradigm pulling you back. Because here's the truth. You don't get what you want. You get what your subconscious is programmed to believe you deserve. That's why some people stay stuck, no matter how hard they work. They're not trapped by their skills. They're trapped by their paradigm. So the real question is, how do you break the cycle and rewrite the code running your life? How do you change your paradigm? By shocking your brain into a new level of thinking. And the fastest way to do that? Change your environment. Want a better life? Go see it first. Walk into a Ferrari showroom. Visit an open house for your dream home. Sit in a luxury hotel lobby, order a coffee, and just feel the energy. This isn't about showing off. It's about activating desire. Your brain starts to say, wait, this feels normal. I belong here. Science proves it. When you enter new, higher spaces, your brain forms new pathways. That means new thoughts, new actions, and yes, new results. You start rewiring your mind just by being in a better room. But what if you can't visit those places yet? What if your current life feels far from luxury, success, or change? Then don't worry. There's still a way to shift your mind. The last step was changing your environment. Now, if you can't visit new places, then build those places in your mind. Visualize every day. Make it clear, emotional, and repeat it often. Your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined vividly. So when you see yourself in your dream office, or feel the soft leather of your new car, or hear people cheering your success, your brain reacts as if it's really happening. This triggers a flood of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It gives you energy, focus, and real momentum to act. This is like a tactical nuke for your mindset, powerful and precise. Even with visualization, why do we keep falling back into old habits and patterns? What invisible force pulls us back again and again? Your self-talk is the quiet boss inside your mind. It controls how you see yourself and the world around you. If you keep saying, "I'm not ready," or "I'm not good enough," you're teaching your brain to expect failure. This quiet voice shapes your future more than you realize. Most people try to change what happens outside, like their results or actions. But very few focus on changing the inner voice that controls those results. To start changing your life, you must talk to yourself like the person you want to be. Speak kindly. Be your own biggest fan. Say, I'm capable, I'm learning, and I'm improving every day. Do this every day, even when you don't feel it. It rewires your brain to believe in new possibilities. But here's the tough part. What if the person you want to be still feels too far away? How do you believe in a future that feels distant and unclear? That's the next step. Building trust with your future self, because your circle controls your ceiling. Right now, you're likely earning within $2,000 to $3,000 of what your closest friends make. That's no accident. It's called the OQP rule. Only quality people. If you want to upgrade your paradigm, you must first upgrade your circle. Here's the truth. You don't rise to your goals. You sink to your surroundings. If your friends are stuck, stressed, or negative, that energy will pull you down without you even realizing it. But when you surround yourself with motivated, growing people, their mindset and habits start to rub off on you. Actionable step. Join new communities that inspire you. Unfollow toxic voices and distractions online. Find mentors and peers who challenge you to stretch and grow, even when it feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar. That's where growth happens. What if fear hits the moment you start to grow? What if the people you're leaving behind don't want you to change? That's normal, and it's the final hurdle before transformation. How to face fear and keep moving forward. Fear isn't a block, it's a compass. When you feel scared, it means you're about to do something that truly matters. That nervous energy, it's your mind's way of signaling you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Here's a mind-blowing truth. You attract what you fear the most. Your energy feeds that fear, making it stronger and louder. If you focus on fear, you stay stuck. But if you choose to replace fear with intentional thought and bold action, even while scared, you shift your entire paradigm. Growth rarely feels good at first. That's why most people run away from it. They choose comfort over change. But the people who succeed, they lean into fear. They use it as fuel to push forward instead of a reason to quit. So what does this look like in real life? It means doing the scary thing anyway. Speaking up, taking risks, trying new habits, even when your brain screams, "Stop." That's how you rewrite your inner script and break free from old patterns. But here's the question. How do you actually act differently when inside you feel the same fear? The simple tools you can use to change your mindset and behavior. Step by step. Don't wait to feel confident. Act like the version of you who already is confident. The secret is in this simple formula. Be, do, have. Stop waiting to have enough money, skills, or courage before you start. Start being the person you want to become right now. You must act before you're ready. If it feels scary, it's probably the right step forward. Only 2% of people act with urgency, and those 2% control 98% of the results. So if you want different results, you need different actions, starting today. But what's the one emotion that actually forces permanent change? It's not motivation. It's disgust, frustration, rage. The moment you say, "Enough is enough," real change doesn't start in happiness or excitement. It begins in an emotional explosion. That dark night of the soul, that breakdown, it's often your breakthrough in disguise. You're not waiting for inspiration or motivation to strike. You're waiting for the moment you can't take it anymore. That moment triggers the deepest transformation because it forces you to change, whether you want to or not. What if that moment could be happening right now? Are you ready to lean into the discomfort and rewrite your story? The path forward isn't easy, but it's the only way to truly change. You're not just a character in your story. You're the writer, the actor, and the director all at once. Every scene, every choice, Every line, you hold the pen. The power isn't outside of you, it's inside, in your mindset and your paradigm. Remember the hook. It all changes when you change the script behind the scenes. You don't have to wait for permission or perfect timing. Success isn't something you chase after endlessly. It's something you allow. When you stop trying to be the person you're not, when you release old stories that no longer serve you, and when you start living as the person you truly want to become. The moment you rewrite your inner script, your whole life starts shifting. You get to design the future you want. So why wait? Your life is a script. Rewrite it now. Your past is not your prison. Your future is not far. It's already inside you, waiting to be unlocked. The world doesn't change when your goals do. It changes when your paradigm does. Change your mental script, and your entire life begins to shift. Not slowly, but immediately. The second you start thinking differently, you start acting differently. And the results? They follow fast. If this sparked something in you, share it with someone who's stuck in their head. They don't need more advice. They need a new lens. Help them find it. What's the one belief you're finally ready to let go of? Drop it in the comments. Say it out loud. Because the moment you name it, you start to erase it.